I am back. Very short. But yeah, stuff I want to keep talking about is since last episode was very non-talkative, I will talk more about my Zeldathon Ultra Hardcore season because there's not really much to talk about. And I guess I'm not gonna hog it on that, but I'll just talk about my other stuff. So, backyard baseball. I'll start off with that because that's sort of the thing that I'm currently working on right now. It's going pretty well. Pretty well, sort of an understatement. It's going very well. I've had more fun than I've had with any other game, including this one, especially in its heyday. And I really have to say that this house is looking pretty nice. I just need to get the windows up. I just need to, dig some sand, replace them with dirt for neatness. Um, backyard baseball. It was interesting, really, to record something that I've played before as a kid, but never really got the chance to have the experience with other players. Because I heard that was my one of my favorite games, and I guess the sad part about it is that I have not played with too many other people on it, and that I'm not gonna say that it's terrible, but it's something that you wish you could experience together. I've had I'm not gonna turn this into something sad and just say oh nobody played with me because I have. It was just wasn't that game, and I love that game. I've played Super Smash Bros. Melee. I've played Mario Kart with my family basically, and it was amazing. But the problem is that it was one of my favorite games, and I just never got the chance to really fully experience it with multiple people. Because I grew up on baseball. Baseball's my favorite sport. It's boring, but it's my favorite sport. And just to be able to share that is very underrated when it comes to making stuff. Because I've always felt like I've been making stuff for other people, and I could finally well, just make stuff for others. This is annoying. Just trying to figure out how to make this work. Because I'm just making it up on the fly. Hey, McFly. That joke's old. Anyways, uh, so that's backyard baseball. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared to do the picking my teammates for me because I knew going into it that pretty much you've never heard of the game before. And that's just a generalization. So what I ended up deciding to do is that I didn't want to pick overpowered players because I didn't think that would be fun. Is that I decided that it would be a good idea for you guys to decide. And although one person, not to name him out, Epic Solar Epsilon, but you were the one who basically demanded it. Not a bad thing. Nobody else did it. What is that noise? That you do not mind wood with a pickaxe. But yeah, I was scared because I've tried out a game, practice game, beforehand, and I came up with random teams. And it was a bad team, and the game just kept going into extra innings. There was no chance of me scoring, but there was also no chance of them scoring. I kept getting the other team to not score any runs or points or whatever you want to say, but at the same time, I could not score anything either. And I just felt like that was just going to be too repetitive. And luckily, it only happened once, and it was not bad for me. In fact, it was actually pretty good. I was happy with it. So that's pretty much how my house is developing, and that is basically how Backyard Baseball is going. So far, if you haven't caught up and you don't care about watching it, we are in the playoffs. I got to face in the finals, which is the best 2 out of 3. Which I shouldn't really have a problem with it. I would be playing it now, except I'm playing this. But I just feel like this would be an amazing thing to do whenever I'm not busy and whenever I don't have to worry about this stuff. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the championships. Then I gotta go out against the world. So, so now Minecraft related. I'm gonna make stairs. Anyways, that is basically how Backyard Baseball's been going. So now I want to shift my attention to this series, which has been going fairly well. And the one episode I thought was an amazing episode. Terrible news is that it wasn't really too talkative, but I think we can all forgive that. Can't really do much in Minecraft. Well, I messed up. Perfect. But I will say this. I'm enjoying this so far. Just making it. Even after one session, I'm still enjoying this. So, I've come to that conclusion now. Fun for Freedom Ultra Hardcores. The Ultra Hardcores that I'll be participating in from here on out almost every time. Well, it's fun for me. I decided, I've watched a play. I saw a playlist of someone who also participated, Dawnbreaker 100, who I actually decided. Now, this was sort of something that was I thought was controversial because of the response to it. I'm not going to say that it's like a huge deal. At least I don't think it is. But anyways, I messed up again and I fell. Falling is just natural for me. Anywho, so I watch his perspective, and I realized that instead of 20 minutes, no, wait, I said it wrong. I spoiled it now. Instead of just having one video on the whole thing like I originally did, I decided, hey, you know what would be cool? If I could just like separate them into 20 minutes, and I have to inspire him for that. I will link his channel because, I mean, it's up to you to decide if you like him, of course. I'm not trying to say he's the best, but I'm not trying to not endorse him. What I'm trying to say is, like, this is all confusing, but what I mean is, you can check it out. I will give him credit where credit is due. So basically, he separated the video into 20 minutes. I thought, hey, this isn't professional YouTube, that's weird. But then I realized, you know what, I think people would like it if we saw 20 minutes of video, so that's more likely for you to watch it. And not the first time I've thought of it. I mean, I've plenty of times have had UHCs where I've had them in 30-minute intervals because I was not happy with 20 minutes. And it just so happened that this UHC I was competing in, there was a marker for 20 minutes. So basically that's what I ended up doing was 20 minutes, but that would be all good except for a couple things. One, I originally released a 3-hour version of my video, which went from having people liking it to, like, the likes are gone. So what I ended up doing was I re-uploaded them into episodes, which got no attention. Now I'm not blaming anyone, because let's face it, when you see a video once, you don't really want to see it again. I'm different. I'm not gonna lie, I'm weird. Like, if someone has something, I'll watch it for as long as I can. So that's basically me. So basically, I got people who liked my original video. I took it down because I wanted to put it as sort of a secret, but I just prefer the 20 minutes not because it was more videos, but it was because it was a better chance for you to actually enjoy them. Because if it's a 3 hour video, I would skip to the end. I'm not gonna lie about it. So, anyways, so I got no likes from that. I feel like I'm beating a dead bush, and I'm not trying to. It's just don't know if I did something wrong or if didn't care about it. But yeah, I originally there was just so much wrong with it. Something else that was wrong with it was I labeled it Fun for Freedom Ultra Hardcore FFFUHC because that's usually what I compete in. However, this was a special one, which means that it wasn't Fun for Freedom. That it was actually Zeldathon because it took place after the Zeldathon Marathon. And I got that wrong. And I somehow decided that it would be a good idea for me to decide to make thumbnails again and put FFFUHC. It took me a while to make those thumbnails, but when I realized the name of the event was wrong, even though I wouldn't say it was totally wrong, because it was sort of the same thing, it was sort of heartbreaking. But enough about what happened before, because I really don't care. You've probably seen the live stream video of it, but the results. I won. Well, my team won. It's just I helped. Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, Ultra Hardcore is a competition which you're divided, in this case, into teams. It's either like free for alls or teams. We were just regular teams of two, and we decided that we would do it. Where was I going with that? But it was me, Pop Prado, and Professor Whom, aka Brick Blockster. And honestly, it's one of the best teams I've had. And it's just nice to have a team that I thought was pretty good. So it was honestly the best team. And if you're not gonna watch it, I don't care. It's just there's just some things I want to say about it. And if you want to watch it, please go ahead and go. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily spoil it, but it's been out for a while, so whatever. So a couple things that happened noticeably. We got potions because some other team got it. Scumbag us. We were the ones who swooped in and took it from the people who rightfully got it. What happened to this? I just placed it. This game is weird. I just took damage. Ew. Damage is disgusting. Where are the trees? I don't see them. I took more damage. That is bad. My armor is gonna be gone before I even do anything. Where are the oak? Well, I can just plant some. Whatever. Doesn't matter much to me. I guess I'll finish the roof later, but I keep digressing. Fun for Freedom Ultra Hardcore was one of the best pieces of content to come out. Not even joking. So we were in a cave. I'm just gonna talk about stuff now that happened. We went caving and we did not find any diamonds. We found 0 diamonds, but like I said earlier, we won. So what happened? The thing that happened was we decided to go to the Nether, but one of us decided to be the sacrificial lamb, and that was Professor Whom, and did not work out well. We found a lot of iron, but it was a team. It was a team of 3, so we basically divided and conquered. The negative drawback was we didn't have enough for a full set for everyone. So we sort of played it conservative. We weren't going down as fast as we can. We were just doing what we could to just get by. Me and Paparado actually won the Iron Man challenge together, and that is pretty incredible for me. Even though I will say my teammates helped me a lot, it was incredible. So, as I said, we were very conservative with caving. This resulted in us not taking much damage in the caves, because people were low when they pretty much took damage. I think Professor Whom decided to take damage for us. Yeah, he decided to take damage for us and lost 1.5 hearts. We didn't find much diamonds, as I said earlier, but basically he lost 1.5, and me and Pop did not lose any, which is basically pretty casual for us to just not do anything and then just come later. So, anyways, what ended up happening was that me and Pop stayed back in the portal. Brick decided to go through a portal because at that point we decided we need to get potions in the Nether. So then we do make a portal, but we weren't the first ones. So naturally, we're pretty screwed. Not only because, not only because we were not too equipped for all of us to go into the Nether, because we didn't because pretty much everyone but me were complete in armor. I needed a helmet, but it was still not full. We had tunnels separate, not separate tunnels. What am I saying? Our portals were separated because some other team built it first, and we were second to build it. But because they built it first, it was neatly at their base. Meanwhile, Brick went through the portal again from the Nether and landed in the other team's base, and we were not anywhere near him. And that's where we panicked. We didn't do anything for a while because we did not know what to do. Should we gather up? Or should we just wait for Brick to not live, I guess? Because honestly, I'm not going to say that it wasn't worth it, like saving his life. But me and Pop were at full health. Other people would have taken damage too. And it was at that point that we had no idea what to do. So then we went caving. And when we went caving, I found some gold along with Pop, and we were in pretty good shape. So then I decided, well, we were split up at this point. I was going to go up to the surface to get apples, and then the other team shows up. Not at our base, but at Brick blocks their space, or Professor's base. I'll call him Professor from now on, just so there's no confusion. Um, so you know, one of their members died in the Nether, so it was a 2v1. And Brick, somehow, I'm not saying it like he's bad or anything, far from it, it's just like he's not. It's just an unusual situation. And that's the honest truth, like if that was me, I would not have done it. He manages to kill off both of them and be at 1 heart. And so we eliminated a team early, like an hour into the game. So, this was our time for celebration. We were going to collect their stuff. We had just gotten enough gold for 2 apples. But what do you know? Turns out, earlier we had melon seeds, and they just so happened to have a blaze rod, which meant potions. So we got the potions. Everything was nice. And even after the debacle, Brick was the only one who took damage, which was a real game changer for us in the way that we went into battle. Brick was at low health, like he was at 1 heart. And people noticed that, and it's like, oh, we gotta go after this team. The thing was, me and Pop never took damage. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't like we were pretty weak, because other players were weakened up. We just did not take damage. So we were still in the mentality of we gotta get them. Because they'll go after Brick, but we'll be there. So, at this point, we end up making potions of strength and healing. And then we were off for adventure. And this is the funniest part, and I think the best part of the entirety of the series. I'm not good with directions. So, of course, usual, we're trying to find other teams because we got potions. And 2 of us are at full health and have not taken damage. So, we were all hyped. We were like, okay, let's go. And unfortunately, I get lost. So I'm like, where are you guys? And then I see name tags. I'm like, oh, okay, I found you guys. Don't worry about it. And they're like, you know, it'd be funny. I'm like, if it wasn't you guys. And then, the honest truth was that I saw the red team. Now, the funny thing was, I knew it wasn't our team. And I wanted to tell them. And the honest truth was that I was just so shocked that there was another team there and I found them. And for some reason, they haven't spotted me and I haven't died yet. I was just like, wait. I was just in complete shock that I just did not make sense. So I'm like, wait, are we the. Not we, but like, are you the red team? You know, sort of the. Like, of course, I knew we weren't the red team, but I just didn't know. It's like, wait. So I was shocked. I didn't know what couldn't think logically. And so, you know, Brick and Pop were like, yeah, we're totally the red team. Yeah, we're definitely the red team. I'm like, I see the red team. Like, and I'm all serious. I'm like, I see them. I'm scared shitless. And they're just like, oh yeah, we are totally the red team. We're totally the red team. I'm just like, and I keep like going on with it. I keep saying my coordinates. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I see the red team. And like, wait, are you serious? It's really funny though. Like, it was honestly comedic. So then we all gather up to my location. I show them the general location of where they are. And we got pretty lucky with a jump. We took our potions and we went for them. Luckily enough, they just found us in time, but they were busy crafting, so they couldn't plan anything out. They were just going on the fly. I'm gonna put some stuff away that I don't need. Don't need this, that, the other. This could go. I don't need these. So much dirt. Uh, don't need that. Everything else can stay. So then like, we end up just wrecking. Unfortunately, I mean, there was some lag on both parts that benefited our team and went against our team. Because, Brick got killed in the fight. The worst part about it was that I thought I was near the opponent, but it turns out lag sort of hurt us. And I'm not complaining about this, of course, because as I said earlier, we won. I'm not complaining about it. But yeah, it was just sad that he couldn't continue because lag was just at an all-time high, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do now is actually dig down to get some stone. That's completely unrelated. Then it was me and Pob versus a team of three, which I wouldn't say was professional, but they had all three players, and we had no idea how equipped they were. Some clues that we took were that the team healed but then lost damage, which was kind of weird. But another thing about them was that we didn't know if they were strong or weak. And I don't mean weak as in they were inferior, but we just didn't know what kind of stuff they had. And so we ended up destroying them, partly due to lag. Partly due to lag? I don't know. I'm not going to say that we were 100% legit and that things would have gone down differently. But yeah, things would have been more of a fight. And I'm not going to lie about that. Like, there was just some lag that disappointed me. Like, I thought it was a fun time, but I just wished it could have been, like, better, I guess. But it's hard to do. Because I noticed that, my final kill, Luigi wasn't moving, and when I hit him, like, I had strength potions, but he didn't have time to react, and he obviously moved like he couldn't see anything, not because we were fast, but because we weren't loading for him. And I know it was bad. Even after the game, I said sorry in a way that most people would not understand. He's like, "Why did you say sorry? You just won." I'm like, "'Cause I know I killed my enemy with lag. I mean, I'll take it because I honestly haven't won the UHC before. But fortunately, it just comes in the cost of getting rid of someone else that chance. Even though I will say we did do well. I mean, we honestly stole it, not because of the lag, but because we honestly did not do well. What do you know, Ravine? Save this place for later. But we ended up getting potions because we killed some other team that got it for us. We ended up with great enchants because someone else had good gear and we just happened to combine them with an anvil. And the last team, we were just already at 0-0 and they were too busy dealing with other stuff. They were dealing with World Border, which was a thing, and other stuff. I just want to leave you guys with that, because I'm sorry if I'm like soaking it in, just like, oh man, bask in my glory. But honestly, it was incredible for a couple of reasons too. The first thing, total damage I took, 2 hearts. I thought it was 1 originally, but it turns out that during the battle against the red team, that I had lost 1 heart. I drank a potion to get back to full health. Then I got shot.
after I drank it. It was a weird thing that happened to me, but I think I have some underrated strategies. But I'll save that for another time because I just want to finish this floor and then I'll be done for recording sessions. This is going to be a very long episode. This is just weird. And because of my perfectionism, I must have the entire floor. The entire floor done because I mean, who can deal with not having perfect floor? That was my adventure on Fun for Freedom UHC. I won, but unfortunately, the master himself, ToonLink 418, did not show up, and he wins all the time. To the point where people think it's too predictable sometimes. I'm not mad about it, I'm just happy to compete. I was just very happy to win because I have played with Professor before, and I have not played well. I played survivally well, but not game well. You, when everything seems lost, I guess it's fine to go with the survive till you're second place. But I've never had any game where I had to win. I've had games so many times before when, like, finishing second place but losing was fine. But this was just the first time I've not experienced that. So, yep, that's about it. You know what? I'm just gonna finish this stack and then I'll be done. Because this has just been a okay episode, honestly. I'm going to stick to one episode per recording session as of now. Because I think that's when my best content's out. When I have something to say instead of when I have an idea of what I want to say. Because there's a difference between that. And I think not many people stress it enough. So now I will try to finish these 5 at this area, and then I will go to sleep and call it an episode. Episode 3 of this series of Minecraft Survival is now complete. I will now sleep in celebration of this. When we return, I will finish the floors and try mining in that cave. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. If you had fun. I don't blame you if you didn't, honestly, but this concludes our night and whatever in Minecraft. See you guys next episode. Good night.